Today's gospel, Jesus feeds the crowd with the 5 loaves and 2 fish. He physically feeds them. But Jesus tells us how important it is to have spiritual food as well. And Jesus is that spiritual food. His body and blood in the Eucharist gives us the spiritual food we need. Today we celebrate Corpus Christi, the body and blood of Jesus Christ. We celebrate the miracle of the Eucharist. St. Maximilian Kolbe said, "A miracle? What a miracle that we could ever imagine such. If the angels could be jealous of men, they would be for one reason, Holy Communion." The point of today's celebration is to recognize the Eucharistic mystery, the true presence of Jesus in the Eucharist, present in his body and in his blood. The true presence. I emphasize that word, those words, the true presence. I've heard some refer to the Eucharist as the bread, but bread is what Jesus fed the people in today's gospel. But in the Eucharist, Jesus feeds us with his body and blood. True presence. When we prepare the young people in our religious education program to receive their first Holy Communion, this is the emphasis we place, that they understand the true presence of Jesus in the Eucharist. And what I always like to use as a visual for them, and I think it's helpful for even adults, I borrowed my grandson's transformer, and you could see it's a car, a yellow car. I think it's actually called Bumblebee, if I'm correct. But it transforms into a robot. And that's what happens in the Eucharist. The bread and wine, when Father says the words of consecration, "This is my body and this is my blood," are no longer bread and wine. Just as the transformer is no longer a car, it's transformed into a robot. In the same way, that bread and wine is transformed into the body and blood of Jesus. It's the true presence. Jesus is there physically in the Eucharist. When we receive the Eucharist, we receive Jesus. And Jesus tells us, "Whoever eats my flesh and drinks my blood remains in me and I in him." The Eucharist is often referred to as communion. And communion means a union, one completely in union with the other. And when we receive the Eucharist, we unite ourselves with Jesus. We share his body and blood to form one single body. We become one. Vinny Flynn, in his book, The 7 Secrets of the Holy Eucharist, an excellent book on the Eucharist, which I would highly recommend, he describes it as saying, pour melted wax into melted wax. You can't separate the two. They become one. When we receive the Eucharist, we become one with Jesus. Think about that. Jesus and I are one. Jesus becomes present in me. Padre Pio speaks about receiving the Eucharist, and he says, "The heart of Jesus and my own were fused. No longer 2 hearts beating, but only one. My own heart had disappeared as a drop of water lost in the ocean." So today, on this feast of Corpus Christi, let us be more aware of the special gift we have been given. Let us beware of the true presence of God in the Eucharist. Let us thank Jesus for the Eucharist and for all the blessings and graces and the good we accomplish when we receive him. May God give you peace.